Pawn is a basic frigate provided to you when you sign a contract with Shadow Order in the campaign. It's not very strong, but it's equipped with a phase cloak and a phase teleporter. The White is a phase frigate equipped with several small universal hardpoint mounts. Its energized system allows for strong burst damage, though it has a tendency to cap out on flux fast, so be careful. The Wraith is a frigate equipped with two close-range kinetic weapons called the Dark Claws. Its system is a modified phase teleporter that stores 2 charges, allowing you to get in close, attack, then escape just as quickly. It's worth noting that the Dark Claws are extremely powerful kinetic weapons. They bring down shields very quickly. The Venom is a very speedy frigate that sports a medium turret which aims to its upper right, as well as a small universal hardpoint intended for missiles or energy cores. Here, you'll also see the small energy core in action. It is very weak, but it almost always hits, messes up PV, blacks bullets, and generates hard flux. So yeah, its damage is pretty low. The Mirage is a weak frigate with low firepower. However, its unique system creates images of itself that each have 20% of the original variant's firepower. They rarely take damage, though if they're destroyed, they respawn instantly. I should mention that the AI can easily tell which one is you, though at least missiles will sometimes take a liking to your clones. They're more interesting to fight against as a player. The Cable is an ugly son of a... The Cable is a destroyer with a flight bay. It can produce shadow drones that will orbit around the Cable with shields to protect it, in addition to being able to phase. It also has pretty decent firepower, so it's an all-around good ship for if you have a lot of fighters in your fleet. The Warlock is very similar to the White, sporting high firepower thanks to its large frontal hardpoint. It is also fairly quick, so you can easily get in close, phase to avoid any damage, then energize before finally laying down the hurt with Shadow Mega Cannon, or whichever large energy weapon you'd prefer, though I recommend projectiles, as beam weapons don't get as much benefit from energize unless they burst. The Shadow Striker is an all-around destroyer equipped with several medium weapon slots, as well as the energized system. There isn't really anything special about it, though it is pretty good at being standard. The Demon is a fairly average cruiser with launch bays. It sports decent firepower as well as minion drones equipped with burst lasers. When in free mode, the minions are able to fly pretty far from the Demon, allowing it to give at least some support while staying behind the lines waiting for fighters. And finally, I'd like to present to you the Shadow Order's first capital ship, the Abaddon. The Abaddon is packed from head to toe with firepower, though most of the slots are best used for energy cores or missiles. The default variant has it all sorted out with energy cores, which when combined with the system, can absolutely lay waste to large groups of fighters and frigates. However, against other capital ships, it gets a little more challenge, as it doesn't really have that many large weapons, can't maneuver around very well, and has fairly light durability for a capital ship. The Abaddon is very much a glass cannon. As you'll see in this fight against an onslaught, I go toe-to-toe with the beast, and start out fairly well. However, once I back off to vent flux, I'm stuck venting for a while. This is one of the biggest weaknesses of the Abaddon. Despite having a large flux pool, it dissipates very slowly. Eventually, I do manage to take down the onslaught in what becomes a very close fight. the campaign, the mod adds a station to the top right corner of the map for the Shadow Order. To buy Shadow Order ships and weaponry, you must first go to the Shadow Order HQ and sign a contract. Once you have purchased the contract, wait for the day to end. Once you get the message, you will be permitted to purchase weapons and ships, as well as find your very own pawn in the abandoned storage. Be warned, however, that signing this contract makes you hostile to the Hegemony, Tritachyon, and the independent factions, so be prepared. Thanks everybody who took the time to watch this video. It was my first video that I've ever made, really, that was properly edited and whatnot. Sort of properly edited. I might do more, we'll see. I mean, if I ever have the motivation to do it. I've got a lot on my plate working on another mod as well. And if you don't have Starfarer already, you should totally buy it. I don't know why you'd be watching this if you don't. So, yeah. Thanks, guys.